So shout out to our players. Look at that. WCS Game Heart.
They got the game heart unlocked. They remembered that ace match didn't have
It
game heart.
It did. I noticed too.
Yeah, I didn't say anything, but the last match of the last series didn't have game heart.
Yeah, it was kind of important. You know, a lot of drones were dying. Like,
Yeah, you had to look at the units lost tab. You know, these players, they know.
Hey, MacSed's been around for 33 years, right? He knows.
I mean, yeah, he should know. As we load in here to Juggernautha LE for game 1 of the first qualifying match of the closed qualifiers to China. Joining us in the top right-hand corner of the map, the yellow Protoss player. Playing for IG and hailing from China, it is MacSed.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Juggernautha LE, we have the other player also representing Team Invictus Gaming, the Chinese Terran. He is pink. It is Coffee. Oh my.
Well, that's a good start.
It's a very meta start.
Yeah. I mean, it's a very standard cheese.
It's like not a cheese is a thing, right? Like, so basically, so Max said he's gonna be perp scouting. You know, he's going across the map. He's gonna see, yo, yeah, the wheels are turning now, right? Like,
yeah. I remember somebody talking about this play where you basically just build you make it look like a proxy Rex, but it's really just like next to your base.
Yeah, it's like it's not really that much closer to his opponent at all, right? Like,
yeah, no, exactly. It's just hidden.
And
this way, Max says like, there's a proxy.
Yeah, and again, like Coffee has a reputation, right? Everyone knows, or especially in his own scene, like the Chinese scene, everyone knows that he's just crazy. So now Max said like he's gonna be scouting all over the place. Or he should be.
Yep, he's gonna be scouting. He should be scouting like all over the place around his side of the map. The SCV here gonna be trying to chase him away, but he does show up. He does see the factory on the ramp, so he's like, "Wait a minute, that's a pretty fast factory." Yep, and here's the Reaper. So this should indicate to MacSed that it's not a proxy anymore.
Yeah, the Reaper has shown himself. So, I mean, we can already see the damage has kind of quote-unquote been done, where Max said he chronoed out a Zealot, you know, just so he didn't die.
It definitely puts you behind. It puts you behind on your cycle, for sure. Like having to use your chrono on a Zealot instead of like an Adept or something. Like that'll put you behind a little bit on your macro cycle, but nothing major.
Yeah. So a very cheeky start here for Coffee, and I do love it because again, in a best of 3, sure, go all out, right? Just do whatever you can. But in a longer series like a best of 5, like, you know, you don't want to show your hand too early.
Yeah, you don't want to just like. Actually, that's an inappropriate analogy. You don't want to really like put it all out on the table in the first match.
Yeah, you don't want to just whip it out, you know, like.
Yeah, you don't want to whip it out too soon. You know?
There's foreplay, right? You know, you got to.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Speaking of foreplay, here's a Hellion.
Yeah, the Hellion does get a couple of working kills. Yo, these Reapers as well get another couple of drones. Oh my god.
Yeah, the sentries trying to force field the Reapers from getting into the Hellion from getting into the main, blocked his stalkers from chasing the Reapers into the main. So he had to recall into the main.
It was just a domino effect of just chaos there from MacSed, and Coffee just taking full advantage of that.
With 2 Reapers and a Hellion, Coffee is what? He's taken out like a worker or 2 and recall.
And wasted energy as well with the sentry. Like,
yeah, exactly. Like, I'd say that's worth.
Definitely. Oh boy, has these Reapers, they're still kind of poking and prodding, you know, they want to keep an eye on things, they want to see maybe if he's going for a third base, you know, if there's anything cheeky going on, maybe a way into the bases. As we can see, nothing quite yet. No, I'm surprised, no Twilight Council.
Yeah, not even any, like, standard tech yet. He's just got gates and a core. Oh, Mind Drop coming in, though. Once again, pretty normal PvP. Gonna take out for probes. But those mines will get cleaned.
Oh.
That's a Raven.
That is a Raven. Again, Raven, very versatile unit here, especially in this matchup. You can do so much with it, especially if your opponent goes for something like Colossus. Maybe just disable it. Matrix.
Yeah, you can silence the Colossi. You can use the turret, because the auto turret, it does more damage to mechanical, and probes are mechanical as far as I'm aware. Last I remember, probes have mechanical keyword. And those turrets, they shred through mechanical.
The admin's just messaging me. I apologize.
Oh, alright. As we see, just continuing to do sand stuff, switching over to the tech lab there to get up his combat shields, I imagine. Third base finally coming out for MacSed. Gonna be moving out with a handful of stalkers here, potentially poking and prodding into the natural to see what's going on. Nothing too much going on, honestly. He's just taking up to his standard tank bio army.
Yeah, I'm honestly really surprised by how MacSed is playing this out. He did finally get his Twilight Cancel after a very long time, and instead of going for something like Blink, he's going straight into charge.
Yeah, probably playing for that mid, more towards that late game. He's got his Templar coming up as well. So I imagine he's gonna go into something like Charge Lot Archon or something.
Oh yeah, I imagine so. Meanwhile, Coffee, he just scans, he sees everything in the main base, sees all the production, all the tech, so he's well aware of what is coming his way. I mean, he can, maybe not too certain what is coming out from the Twilight Council, but I mean, he saw the Templar Archives, so...
Yeah, he sees the Templar Archives, he can imagine, okay, this is probably Charge Lot Archon. Oh, recall. That's gonna be down. Oh, here comes a tiny drop here. 2 boys.
Yeah, it does get forced away. I mean, I guess thanks to the recall, that's the units are in position.
Yeah, it was calculated. It wasn't at all that he got caught out in the middle of the map. No, it was intentional.
Yes, very intentional, very intentional. Oh boy, and now we do see Coffee is moving out. He does have his Raven. Again, that Raven is so important. We'll see what he uses it for, whether it's maybe an anti-armor missile or apparently... Oh, yeah, he goes for it.
Yep, he goes for an armor missile, a turret, dropping down. I'm honestly surprised he went for the... Oh, that line kind of backfired. But, yep, he's got the Stim Marine Marauder coming up with the tank in the back. This will probably get held. Not too much coming from either side, honestly, out of this. Yeah, that Widow Mine hitting his own units really hurt him. Like, that Raven getting sniped out.
A lot of friendly fire there. I mean, Coffee traded pretty well. It was unfortunate that the anti-armor missile literally hit 2 units.
Yeah. Yep.
That was
definitely did not help. And I would have expected instead of like the turret, he would have dropped an interference matrix on the Archon or something. Like you see that more often usually. Like disabling an Archon is massive if you have bio army.
Definitely. So, yeah, Coffee was forced back. He's going for another drop, but this observer did spot it, so MacSed should be in position. Yep. Oh, nice preemptive scan.
Yep, he scans his way in, and he sees the dudes there, and he dips.
Does.
Ooh, tiny run by.
Yeah, it does get cleaned up. It's not too bad. Meanwhile, we do have a couple of Liberators coming out here for Coffee. Gonna go for some more harassment. I think that's what I appreciate so far about what Coffee's been doing is that he just keeps going either for drops or Widowmine drops or now even Liberators.
He's got that proactive play, He's really keeping the map on lock, taking that lead.
Yeah, exactly. Like, even now, we have a couple of Liberators queued up to go for the third base, and the main army is trying to push into the natural. Oh, we'll get scouted.
Yep, it does get seen. This time, not using tanks, just a field of Widow Mines. As stims up, takes out a gateway. Oh, yep, there are the Widow Mines.
Yeah, nice.
Gets a decent bit of value.
Almost gets the Archon. Meanwhile, a couple more units do warp in. Ooh, a little bit more friendly fire.
Yeah, not too bad though. He does have the concussive shells, which should keep Zealots from like being on top of him when the Widow Mines fire. And meeting up here with the reinforcements as they come rallying in. Gonna keep stimming up and just kiting back.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like
God.
Coffee's really like,
account.
yeah, he's struggling to like really keep the Gateway army at bay. They're like, MacSed was even confident enough to just warp in the face of the army, and Coffee just couldn't really do much about it.
Yeah, exactly. Like his army composition is fine. He's just not able to find like good openings to really deal with MacSed's army.
Yeah, I do think something that he's really missing, and I mean, he's starting to incorporate it. Of course, we do have the Ghost Academy done, but he doesn't have any quite yet for those EMPs.
Yep, he's waiting on that. Meanwhile, little Zealot run by. Probably just to get more information. Yep, missile tower. Yep, missile turrets.
The missile turrets do ward away the War Prism, as the Zealots are pushed away as well. So, I mean, solid defense so far by Coffee. I do wish he was a little bit more proactive when it came to his expansions. Like, it feels like he only recently got his third up. Now the fourth does go down. Meanwhile...
Yeah. Coffee is really not cranking out his expansions that much. He's mostly focused on his production right now. Currently taking him to Ghosts, but for the most part, it's just cranking out production. Whereas MacSed has been really focusing on his tech.
Oh yeah, definitely. And finally the ghosts are coming out, and with these ghosts, like, that's really going to impact these fights. As long as the EMPs land on the majority of the charge lots, then Coffee is just going to mow through this.
Yeah, especially with that many Marauders with concussive. Like that should shred through a Stalker Zealot army pretty well.
Definitely. We do have another drop, and it feels so unlucky because every single time Coffee does go past this Observer, even now the Observer does catch a glimpse of the Medivacs.
Yeah, that tiny little blip on the minimap. Yep, MacSed sees it.
Oh god, he commits!
He's going for it anyways. He's committing. Oh, the Medivacs will probably go down. Oh, to stay alive. It should be enough to keep this army healed up, but he's gonna pick up and leave with as much as he can. As the army recalls home. Meanwhile, the other front of his army, focusing here over by the fourth base, able to win that front on the army and cancel on the fourth.
Yeah, I mean, I love the army movement, right? Like, Coffee, he drops into the main base, and then as he retreats, he meets up with the rest of the army and takes out the fourth.
Yep. Good improvised movement there. He's like, I'm gonna go for the drop and have the rest of my army go on the fourth. Okay, the drop didn't work out, back to the fourth. And he just rallies together and is able to take out that fourth base with not too much trouble at all.
Yeah, definitely. But now MacSed is starting to get a little bit scary here. I mean, for the most part, he's been just stuck on gateway units, and now, sure, there are a couple of Colossus, but now made the Disruptors are starting to pop out. He's
started to crank out the tier 3 tech. That's gonna be terrifying.
Definitely. Like, yo, EMPs are great, and sure, they even work against something like High Templar, but against Disruptors, like, you just gotta be on point with your splitting.
So far, Coffee, I mean, I feel like MacSed's just been way out microing Coffee this game.
I mean, it's one of those things where, like, if you look at the supplies, like, for the past 5 minutes, Coffee has had a massive, like, army supply, but, like, still, when they fight, they're kind of even. Like, Coffee just hasn't really been able to utilize this, like, greater supply to his advantage. Just the Protoss army is just so much more efficient.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Oh my god!
And MacSed is using it more efficiently. Okay. That's a lot of... That hurt. That hurt to watch.
What was that, like 3-4 ghosts? And, like, just a bunch of fire? Like, oh my god.
Yeah. That was a lot.
Ay.
That split was like 7 minutes too late. Like he started splitting the moment that Disruptor shot exploded, and ooh.
Yeah, pretty much. And this little, like, Zealot run by forces the entire army to come back home. That forces Coffee out of position, and now here comes MacSed.
Yep, he comes marching through the middle of the map with his teched out Robo army, sending out a Disruptor shot. Splits seem okay, loses a few Marines and a couple of goes. Oh no! Okay, he does focus down the Disruptors in time with the army, playing it super risky with that though.
Definitely. At the same time, we got a Zealot run by in the natural base once again of Coffee. Just all these SCVs are going down, but it looks like the reinforcements should be enough to clean up, and Coffee doesn't turn around.
Yeah, he just keeps going. He's got this. He's got the supply lead, and he knows it. He's gonna try and keep playing for this. Oh, okay, okay. The ghost slip. It's fine.
Good.
It's fine.
No, it's fine. It's fine for now. No more disruptor shots. He only had 2, and he already wasted them.
The disruptor's on CD. He's gonna step forward now, trying to take this fight. Good EMP onto the zealots. He's just gonna huddle up in this death ball here and just hope that the stim buyer could take this out.
Oh my god, but here comes the disruptor.
Okay, please take it out. No, he does not snipe the disruptor in time. And a big chunk of his army gets taken out by one disruptor shot. Massive zealot warpent coming in here too. There's not too much here from the army, but still a few marauders and some ghosts can put in some work. Liberators coming in for reinforcements too. And Coffee barely able to brute force through this, and he's gonna be able to get some damage done, and in fact, it's enough damage to kill.
GG.
Oh God. I'm out of breath from the end of that game.
GG, well played. Coffee takes the first game. Despite, again, being ahead in supply for a lot of that game, like, the fights were still very close.
Absolutely. It's like that end fight, like, okay. That ending fight, I disconnected for a second from the server. Yeah, that last fight, like, Coffee just kept brute forcing through it, like trying desperately to take out the disruptors before their shots went off instead of trying to out micro them, and he just kept pushing through and he kept taking losses. Yet somehow he was just able to make it through, just by sheer brute force of having more numbers.
Oh yeah, just sheer brute force. And I think, did Coffee just? I can't really tell what they're saying, but I'm pretty sure that's a swear, right?
Yep. Sure it is.
Oh my god, I love it. It's amazing. Oh boy.
Don't know what they were saying. I'm not. Yep.
Just saying GLHF. Let's go.
We're just gonna hit him with that one.
Oh god. As we are going to be getting into game number 2 again, like Coffee, yo, he was. Yeah, right. That was only one game. Crazy.
Crazy stuff. I mean, the teammates. There's gonna be a lot of mind games, right? And they're both phenomenal players within the scene. So things should keep going at that pace as we load in here to this one is Lightshade, right? Yep, Lightshade LE. Listen, I don't play this game. Spawning in the top left-hand corner of the map in the yellow, the Protoss player. Playing for Team Invictus Gaming and hailing from China, it is MacSed.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Lightshade LE, we have the Chinese Terran player. He is pink, also representing Team Invictus Gaming. It is Coffee. Oh boy.
Coffee, starting with his racks in his base. Why is that icon so low res?
Yeah, I noticed it before. It looks like they just uploaded a low res version of the logo.
It's such low resolution.
Look, it's the Chinese server. Okay, I don't know if they can. I don't know if they can afford the bandwidth of like higher res photos. I don't know how it works.
Okay, man.
It is very.
We all
hard.
know Blizzard is in China's pocket. They can afford it.
True, they should. They should.
Like, Tencent's got Blizzard in their back pocket. They can afford it.
God. Apparently not. Apparently this is what we get. Apparently.
Yep. Apparently this is what Invictus Gaming has to show for it. They've got
God.
what? One League of Legends World Championship, and they can't afford higher res icons in StarCraft.
Feels bad, man.
Like, IG's a pretty big team.
It is.
Like, I've seen pictures of their training facility. It's insane.
Wow.
Like, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And this is what they've got for the StarCraft team.
I mean, to be fair, I guess because this is the Chinese server, like, honestly, there aren't a lot of tournaments that take place on this server, so maybe it just slips their mind. Ideally, they do have their high-res image on some of the other servers, like the Asia server and the NA server. I'm just hoping, though. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, MacSed. Meanwhile, MacSed just, you know, looking around, making sure. Just to double, triple, quadruple check that the coffee's not up to anything.
Yeah. Again, like,
She actually isn't.
Yeah, like, this is great. Again, like, he's kind of using his reputation to his advantage here, you know, kind of keeping his opponent on edge.
Yeah, exactly. He's like being like, ooh, am I doing something? Am I not? Ooh, you don't know. And then just actually doesn't do anything.
Yeah, and to be fair, like, last game, sure, he didn't do anything like cheeky, like cheesy wise, right, other than faking his opponent out in the beginning of the game. But when it came to like how he played out that game, like, he was all over the place. Like, he was incredibly aggressive, and it was really great to see.
Yeah, he really like took that initiative, took that map control. Kept MacSed from really feeling comfortable at any point.
But now the turns have tabled. Now it is on Coffee to try and get some scouting information, because MacSed opened up with the Twilight Council, and it was not for an upgrade.
Nope, it was for a DT shrine. Here we go.
And I mean, the game shouldn't just end like the last time we saw this when Firefly did this against Wanted, where he just showed up and just killed the hatchery. You know,
I imagine not. It's a lot easier to get vision as a Terran.
Exactly.
You have a button for it.
Yeah, we got scans, right? We got plenty of scans available, potentially. What's also important is that Coffee is going for a Widowmine drop, and one of the byproducts of going for a Widowmine drop is that you are able to scout with the medevac.
Yep, you do get to see what's going on, and this won't get scattered. The probe does get taken out.
Oh, that it does. Right now, the Stalkers are being distracted by the Reaper. The drop does dive into the natural. We'll see if he goes all the way into the main.
He's gonna drop them both into the natural here. Actually, not gonna commit, which means he's not gonna see that tech in the main.
Yeah, this is worrying because, yo, the DTs, they are being morphed in, and oh god, they're already here across the map with the Warp Prism.
Yep, here they come, and he's not gonna expect what's coming out of this one, because he can't see them. Well, now he can.
Oh god, we even have some DTs here in the natural base. They do deny this missile dart from going up, and again, scans were already wasted.
Yep, there's scan energy. So he will back out for now. It looks like. There's still one in here though.
Yeah.
Oh god, the Chinese voice acting. I always forget that the Chinese voices sound different, and I hear the screams.
It's very jarring because I think it was Firefly who has the diva announcer, and I checked his vision, and then I could hear Chinese diva, and I was like, oh my god. It's crazy.
That's not something I expected to think about today.
Yeah. It's very different, very different.
Yeah, it's certainly something. I actually used to play on like the Korean voice pack. It's just like, you know what, I like this. And that one, the voices are different also, but like the screams aren't like that noticeably different. But then on the Chinese client, it's just like, oh, that's not even close.
Yeah,
that is completely different.
It's just their complete own take on things. Meanwhile, a Liberator did go across the map. It was chasing the Warp Prism earlier that had the DTs, and I guess it did siege up here in the natural. Got a couple of kills, but it was cleaned up. Interestingly, after that happened, Coffee, he just noped out of there. He was thinking about pushing across the map, and he just turned around and went back home.
Yeah, he's just like, nah, I don't think so. This DT, the scouting DT, hold position.
It's like, mate, you know observers are a thing, right? It's like, nah, I got DTs. It's fine. It's fine.
You can't see DTs either. Like, he actually just has it on hold position. It hasn't moved.
Yeah, exactly. Units have walked past it, and he has not swiped. He's just kind of just chilled there.
He's simply,
oh, no!
He sees it.
Oh, God.
He saw the shimmer.
Oh god, god. I mean, thankfully the the DT does manage to stay alive. Meanwhile, we do have a bit of a double drop that's going to be headed across the map. Stim did just finish up.
Yep, he's gonna be hitting this with that stim coming up. Possibly also +1 on top of that too. So this should be a pretty nasty drop, but there is a pylon in that top right-hand corner.
Oh yeah,
Should catch this.
we got pylons all over the place. We got scouting, war prisms, question mark. There's a decent army here at the third. Nothing really in the main, but we'll see how good the reaction time is for MacSed.
You should see it as it comes through. Come on.
Go,
well, he's waiting on +1, I think.
I
Just
guess.
finished.
I guess.
Oh, he's waiting for. Okay,
yeah.
he's waiting for the double prong.
I guess he wants to attack in 2 places at once. I guess he wants to try and pull apart his opponent's attention. Fine.
I guess it's the smartest play to make there. All right, now he's going. He sees it, and that's gonna cause a reaction here from the side of MacSed.
Single DT.
Meanwhile, yeah, it's just one DT and a scan will deal with it. The recall, recalling half his army. Meanwhile, the rest of the army is gonna have to deal with the rest of Coffee's army over on this side. Gonna be burrowing this mine. Not too much here from Coffee on this side anyways, so he will pull out. Nothing too major here.
Yeah, I really liked the idea of Coffee. Honestly, it was really smart, but at the end of the day, MacSed he was able to split up his own army. He was able to defend both ends at the same time, and he was perfectly fine.
He didn't overreact on either side, which is smart. He played that well. Because sometimes when you see a drop coming into your main, you're like, oh, I gotta recall everything. You recall your whole army, and you like overreact and panic. But MacSed keeps it calm, you know, takes what he needs. But, yup, that's a Doom drop.
Yeah, that it is. He's focusing down the Colossus. The Colossus goes down.
The Colossus and the Archon go down. What am I burrowing in here? There's nothing but gateway units left here, like.
Oh, but there is a DT. Scan is used. The DT does go down, and we'll see how much more damage this can get done.
Scan is good. He's just stimming into the middle line. He's already committed. He knows these units are dying, so he's going to trade them out as best he can. Oh, he's actually going to try and get out of there. He gets out with like a medevac and stuff.
Yeah, I mean the majority of the medevacs did survive. He can of course repair them later on. Did keep a couple of units alive. Yo, does he want to go back in? Oh my.
He's healing up. He's going back in.
Let's go. At the same time, MacSed has had enough. He's pushing out across the map. Two Colossus and Immortal. Plenty of gateway units just gonna try and knock on the door of this natural.
Yep, he is pretty teched out. He's got some pretty beefy robo units there, but tank of the high ground. He's gonna have to touch this from another angle. This drop is still doing damage, by the way.
Does get one Archon, almost gets the other, but he does force MacSed all the way back.
Yep, as he drops into the main again for the 3rd time this game.
Oh, the Dark Shrine!
He's focusing down the Dark Shrine. Those Marauders, they hurt buildings good. And he's probably just gonna trade these guys out here. No point saving them anymore. Few Widow Mines over there. Man, Coffee's just all over the place. He's going. Yeah.
Honestly, the drops in the main have been amazing. I don't know how I feel about this drop. It's kind of stuck here. It's
yeah, I don't think he's going anywhere. Now, if there's anything I know about this game, it's that Terran doesn't have recall.
Yeah. So he's kind of stuck here. We'll see if he finds a way out. Like Max said, it's on him to really keep this drop in check, as he does have army on both sides right now, just waiting for those medevacs.
Yep, just waiting because they have to move somewhere at some point. But eventually MacSed's army will have to move, and hopefully, you know, Coffee can get the boys out of there. He might just have to trade them out here for supply, because it's dead supply right now.
Yeah, that it is. I mean, maybe when he does push and attack this base, he can come in and drop from behind or something crazy like that. Oh no, what are the medevacs? No!
I mean, it's the empty one. He's fine.
Oh no, this one's not empty! No! Please! No!
Well, never mind.
Oh god.
I spoke too soon. As the army of MacSed walks in here, Stalkers and Colossi. There is a good Viking count here. The boys coming out front too to buffer for the Colossi.
Yeah, the Vikings went hand. They were able to take down one of the Colossus, but one of them did still survive, and that was a lot of lost SCVs.
Using the boys there against Colossi. I mean, you buffer for your army, but you do just end up losing a ton of SCVs for it. Like, that hurt him.
Definitely.
God.
But finally, we have reached the point where Coffee, you know, he's on 3 bases. He's finally has his Ghost Academy working on those upgrades, enhanced shockwaves, working on his ghosts, looking pretty good. And so far, MacSed doesn't have those disruptors. I spoke too soon.
No, no, he will.
He's listening to the stream. He knows. He hears me.
he read the script.
Yeah.
He made sure.
Oh boy. Thankfully, there's only one robo, but I say that a second robo is about to finish up, so we can go for that double disruptor production. Oh boy, and this is going to start getting terrifying, especially because in game number 1, Coffee was doing so well against this, and he was like ahead of 40, 50 supply. Right now, the supplies are pretty close.
Yeah, Coffee definitely not as dominant this match. I mean, MacSed has been, you know, he's just been playing really well. He's been taking out pretty good. Like, his army's been very strong, and he's been like just absorbing the blows Coffee's been throwing at him. And now he's got a pretty decent army here.
Yeah, definitely. It feels like Coffee's missing something, whether it's tanks, whether it's more Widow Mines, whether it's Liberators, something, because, oh god, here comes the main army again. Vikings doing a decent amount of damage on the Colossus.
Yep, one EMP does go out, but it hits air. Here comes a disruptor shot. Just gonna walk out of there, catches a singular Marine.
Yo, he wants us around.
Yeah, he wants to get the flank out, but a blink onto the top side of the army does just absolutely eliminate it immediately. A decent EMP coming in here. The Colossus will go down, and so far trading very heavily an advantage of MacSed. Like, just taking out the top side of the army, but the reinforcements are coming in. Good EMPs will push MacSed back for the time being. Still massively outtraded, I feel.
Yeah, that was really close. Like, I'm surprised that MacSed back off, to be honest. I was surprised to see like 15 Stalkers run away from like 5 Ghosts. I was like, oh my god. Like,
yeah, the majority of like the bio just got absolutely like destroyed. Especially on the top side where they got like just blinked on. And there was nothing but Ghosts and a handful of Marauders left, and he backs out of there.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, sure, he reset the Colossus count, but there are still disruptors.
There is, in fact, still disruptors, and more on the way. And that's a big disruptor shot. And there's another one. Ooh, MacSed is really trading well here.
Exactly. God, these disruptor shots have just been so good for MacSed and so painful for Coffee.
Yeah, no, this is just not being... These fights have just not been going well for Coffee at all.
Oh, God. I mean, now he's working on his 4th base. Speaking of 4th, MacSed is getting a 5th. Like, he already got a 4th earlier as they were fighting. Like, he's just not stopping. He's not stopping the expansion. His economy is going crazy. He still needs more workers, but still, like... Oh, God.
Yeah, MacSed's really just cranking out the eco behind this as well. Like, he's keeping up his production. He's cranking out another base. I mean... Ooh, that disruptor just gets sniped though. Pretty good. Up with the EMP. So far seeming fairly even, but those Colossi are still up.
Oh god, that they are. I mean, the War Prison was taken out, but G gets cold. MacSed ties up the series.
We're 1-1 going to game 3 of this best of 5. Strong play from both sides.
Yeah. I do think that Coffee was fighting well. Like, he was trading as best he could with what he had, but it did feel like his economy was never that great, to be honest.
Yeah, no, he was just struggling to keep up, really. Especially after, like, that first push of the Colossi where he pulled the boys in front of him. That definitely, like, cut down his economy by a bunch. And, like, losing those fights with those drops, like, he really wasn't able to get, like, any significant damage done onto MacSed. Yeah, no. Oh, this is one of the new maps that I don't know the name of.
This is 2,000 atmospheres.
That's the one. That's the one.
Yeah.
It's one of the funky names.
You can tell because you can see the 2,000 up there. Yeah. Top left.
Yeah, I mean, there is the number 2000. That is in fact there.
Every single time Yaku introduces this map, he tries to sing a song from the year 2000. Emphasis on tries. He usually settles on Blink 182.
Okay, that's not bad. Maybe like Blur, I guess that would work too.
No, we settled
the
on
Offspring.
Is it Damn It? Is that it? We settled on that. That's what we settled on.
Yep. All right. Anyways, as we load into 2000 atmospheres, joining us in the top right-hand corner of the map, the yellow Protoss player, hailing from China and playing for Invictus Gaming. It is MacSed.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of 2000 atmospheres LE, we have the Chinese Terran player. He is pink, representing Invictus Gaming. It is Coffee.
All right, well, there's already an SCV out. This is not the normal scout timing, is if I know anything about Terran.
Hey, it took 2 games. Finally, Coffee has had enough.
He's done. He's like, okay. I know it's unexpected of me to not cheese, so I'm not gonna do it. But now,
hey, the mask is off,
this
mate.
this time.
Oh god! All right, so the SCV does get across the map. We do still have a bunker, a Rax at home, but he goes for an Angie block.
Yep, going for the eBay block onto the natural there. This shouldn't be too much. But it will definitely delay that natural. He will have to get his gate up first. I mean, I don't think those probes are going to be able to kill it by the time he can afford a Nexus, right?
Yeah, he may be forced to pump out a Zealot. Right now, he's just relying on these probes, and yeah, just Coffee being very annoying.
Actually, he might actually be able to. But there's SCVs coming back in. No. He's coming back in. He's like, okay, he's going to take it out before he can get a Nexus up. But he didn't get it off. Like, he didn't get the second block. There's another one going out there. What? Why is there another SCV going? Oh, he's just chasing the probe away?
He's just chasing the probe. Something else that's interesting, I guess because of all this SCV scouting, is that Coffee actually skipped the Reaper.
Yeah, I mean, he has a very early SCV in there. And he can probably get another SCV in there if he wants to at this point. So he doesn't realistically, because like by now the Reaper would already be out, but instead he's just chosen to crank out a couple of Marines.
Yeah, finally the CC does begin, but of course, you know, the factory had already finished by now. Does lift it up, I guess, a little bit antsy. Does, I guess, want to switch with the racks for the reactor.
Yep. Gonna get those. Yep, get the reactor.
Maybe.
I like lost my train of thought for a second. Oh no, he's just pumping up Marines.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, no, probably gonna switch over when he gets his medevac out to get a couple more widow mines out, probably. But we'll see. Oh, this is like that map with like the fish and stuff.
It is. Look, they're pink fish.
Yo.
It's cause we're underwater.
Yo, it's like that other map, Abyssal Reef.
Yeah, Abyssal Reef, you know, you play StarCraft.
Yeah, I wasn't playing when that map was around, but I know the map.
God damn it. Yeah, also on this map specifically, it's a 10% chance, but when a unit dies, it can float to the surface.
Just like Abyssal Reef.
Yeah, it's toned down because in Abyssal Reef it was like every unit, but
so... Yeah, and I imagine if you're on high graphics, that'll hurt.
Yeah. So on this map, there's a chance, not 100%.
All right, here comes the Haluk Scout. Gonna see a 1-1-1. Nothing special. Oh, immediate pickup though as the medevac comes out. He's gonna be going in here with a mine and a few Marines.
Yeah, and what's interesting is once again MacSed is going for that Dark Shrine opening. This time in the main base. This time this drop is looking to head towards the main, so maybe Coffee will have a better chance at scouting this.
Yeah, no, the DTs really worked out last game. It really like slowed down Coffee, and that's probably the reason that MacSed was able to keep even with them most of the game. despite Coffee's pressure. Like those DTs delaying a bunch of stuff and keeping him distracted. Really got them out there. But not getting to that backside of the base. Ooh.
Wow, but he just barely saved that Widowmite. It was like one hit away from going down.
It might actually be 1 HP. I can't check though.
But this is disastrous because, as you said, he did not go behind the mineral line. He did not see the Dark Shrine, and that War Prism is going across the map.
It sure is. It's just zooming by. He's going straight for the main. Well,
oh boy,
towards the main.
Yeah, he warps in a couple of DTs. One is going to head towards that natural, the other two into the main base. There is a Raven on the way, but it's still a ways away off.
Yeah, it's not gonna be here in time, and here we go. It begins again. The DT's into the mineral line. He's not got energy for a scan right now. So these DTs are free reign. They're gonna be able to snipe a tank. Oh, good pickup.
Oh god, just barely saves one, but he does lose the other.
All right, scan comes out. He's gonna be taking out at least one. The SCV's buffering too to keep them from being able to walk onto that
tank.
Uh-oh. The tank does get sniped. The Raven does finally come out, and you will be able to clean this up, but losing a tank this early kind of sucks. That was his first tank too.
It's losing a tank this early kind of sucks. Losing 2 tanks is devastating. It's god.
Yeah, that definitely hurts.
I mean, we do see a counter drop coming across the map for Coffee, and I mean, because he has a Raven, like, he should be perfectly fine against the follow-up DTs, but he has taken a lot of damage, and he has to do something to MacSed.
Yeah, I was about to say he's got the drop coming out, but I don't know if he can really do enough to make up for that. Like that put him behind, like by not an insignificant amount.
Definitely. I mean, the drop, it is going to be able to sneak in. There's a lot more dead air on a map like 2000 atmospheres, so he is able to slip on in behind the mineral line, but immediately we do have a Stalker warping in, and there is a shield battery.
Yep, there's a shield battery, Stalker warping, and there's a Colossus here too, and not much at all to come from this. He kills like a zealot.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that cool shark at the top.
Oh yeah,
Sorry,
look.
I got distracted.
Look,
oh, that's such a cool shark. Can you tell I have ADHD?
It's okay, you know, we get to appreciate the little things. Like, I've never seen that shark before.
What?
Yeah.
It's such a cool shark. Look at him.
I'm only just now seeing how it's disgusting, like, the dead spaces here behind the main. It's, oh my god, it's just, you can throw a base down there.
Pulsating vines and stuff. That's a lot of dead air.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look at the shark go. Look at him. I love that guy. That one's my favorite. I know this is like a professional cast or something for the official DreamHack Summer, DreamHack Masters Summer Close Qualifier China, but
shark.
But cool shark. I'm never gonna be let on this broadcast again.
Oh my god, it's fine, it's fine. Also, I don't know if you saw the chat, but I love how like Seal Mode randomly chimes in. He's like, "Oh, that's why Yaku keeps singing." He didn't know. He's like, I thought he just wanted to sing.
The bit was too complex for him. The bit went too deep.
It's like he's been doing this for weeks now. I didn't get it until now.
Oh my lord. Alright, here comes the double drop. It's straight into the main. Who cares about subtlety? Just dropping into the main.
Oh god.
And walking out.
Yeah, at the same time we do have a drop into the natural and another Raven auto harass here. Auto turret harass at the third base. Yo, probes are starting to fall.
Yeah, no, those auto turrets shred your probes. Like, Christ, the amount of damage they do is insane. As a drop comes in here to clean up more probes, and Coffee finally getting some counter damage off. It has to give him a bit of a worker lead.
Yeah, for the first time in a long time. Like, this is probably the best harassment he's been able to have all series. So nicely done there by Coffee. Finally, he is headed towards that third base. I think in general, it does take him a while to get his expansions up and running, but finally, third is going to land.
Yep. I mean, still fairly late, but also it's Coffee. I don't expect him to be the fastest at expanding.
Oh boy, but this is worrying. Like, you were just talking about all that dead air, and now MacSed, it's his turn to drop into the main of Coffee.
Blown by another shark. Those auto turrets are really just doing damage though.
Mm.
Yeah, Zealot drop, charge thought drop into the main here, into the middle line. Gonna be able to get out a couple of SCVs here as the some reinforcements come in here to clean this up.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna lose 5 SCVs, not the biggest damage in the world, as this damage continues over here.
Yeah, this is a lot less committed, right? Like, this is literally 3 Marines. Like, and he's still able to get a couple of workers. Oh my god, maybe Aspect Decision just barely escapes the Sulkers.
He's going to the main!
Oh god.
It wasn't worth it.
Ah.
Shirk.
Did you see the bodies flying away? Did you see? Did you?
Does it show up on like the lowest like minimum graphic settings?
I don't think it does.
Yeah, no, because I don't think ragdolls show up on those graphic settings.
Feels bad, man. Those 2 Marines, they literally like got yeeted out towards the sharks, man. It was crazy.
The sharks. The sharks in the water.
Good. Meanwhile, finally, we do have that Ghost Academy finally going down here for Coffee. Coffee, yo, now it's starting. Now that supply gap has started, and Coffee is looking to keep it here.
Yeah, he's really cranking out that supply right now. You know, kicking in production. He's got the Marauders just flying out of their axes. Like he's got a healthy Marauder count right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that he does. He does just scan to see if the 4th base was taken. It was not here over on the left-hand side, but that's because it's over here, over on the right.
Taking the triangular force to the linear one, like a gamer.
What?
I don't know, man. I'm just saying words. I'm a caster.
Oh my god.
I just say words.
Usually they make some sense though. Sometimes, maybe.
Are you sure about that?
There's a logic behind the madness, okay? You don't just start singing it for no reason, okay? It's because we're in 2,000 atmospheres.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yo, Coffee's like going all over the place. Like, he was like, yo, maybe I'll take down the rocks. Nah, never mind. I'll go over to the left. And he just, I don't know. Finally, he finds his way to one of the bases here. Yo, that's a lot of tanks.
That's a good tank spot. That's a lot of tanks in a really nice corner. They're going to be able to shoot over this wall. Well, corner, wall thing. I don't know what's going on there.
Cliff face, edge, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Gonna be forcing MacSed's army to like corner itself over on the top side there, as the bios doing damage. This run by here did a little bit of damage, nothing too significant though. Gonna be able to be cleaned up here by the reinforcements coming out. The tanks continue shelling down into this army with the scans. He probably still has a couple of scans in his back pocket here too. On top of this.
Yeah, definitely. Meanwhile, it looks like one Archon does get picked up. Yo, the Disruptor's getting picked up as well.
Oh, the Disruptor's getting picked up. One does get a good shot off onto the bio here, but the tanks is still shelling. The Valkyries are finally showing up. And in the end, MacSed able to hold out.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my god, those Disruptor shots were beautiful in the very center, the very heart of Coffee's army. Coffee was forced back. And now does he even have enough here to defend? He has one tank. He has one tank.
He has a singular tank. And a handful of bio. That's not looking too great. Did I call Vikings Valkyries?
You did.
Listen, there was a lot of words going on. There was a lot of things going on there. I was just saying a lot of words. When I go into my fast play-by-play caster mode, I tend to forget words.
It's fine. Yes, the Valkyries did all get taken out. Oh my god, the medics, they just can't keep these units alive. Oh god.
The disruptor shot. Single G is called. Listen, at least Valkyrie is relevant to Vikings. Right?
Sure, yeah.
Valkyries are part of Norse mythology.
Did you even play Brood War?
I know that Valkyries were in Brood War. I didn't play Brood War.
So why'd you say it? If you did play Brood War, then I would understand, right? Because then it would make sense.
I don't know, because I was thinking, oh yeah, those things that start with V and have something to do with Norse things. Oh yes, Valkyrie. My mind's word association went all over the place.
I ended up in Brood War and I didn't even know it. I was just there. I don't know what happened.
Somehow I'm back in 2008. Where am I? I'm on a beach in Seoul? When did this happen?
Oh god, it's okay, it's okay. It still made sense, kind of, sort of, as we are getting into the next game, and oh boy, MacSed takes the lead in the series. Also, I wanted to bring this up because Ranger was in the chat. That yeah, Ranger, he had a pretty big day today.
Yeah. I was asleep when that was happening.
Yeah, it was he played in the DreamHack, well, this version except Oceania, the Oceania closed qualifiers, and he was able to qualify for the main event for Oceania.
Let's go!
Yeah.
That's sick. Absolute legend. Let's go, Ranger. Anyways, as we load in here to Oxide LE in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, the yellow Protoss player playing for Invictus Gaming and hailing from China is MacSed.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Oxide LE, we have the Chinese Terran player. He is pink, representing Invictus Gaming. It is Coffee. Oh my!
Yeah, I like right at the beginning of the game, I saw two SCVs leaving the leaving this Nexus, leaving this CC, and I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, and you know what? The probe didn't see it. He has no idea. It was just barely out of range.
Yeah, I feel like this might, knowing Coffee, he like 100% knew that like the way that probe's path, if you just click into the main base, like the vision like doesn't see that part.
Oh,
knowing
yeah.
Coffee, I guarantee he studied that.
This is calculated, mate. Calculated.
This was intended.
Exactly. And we'll see what will come out here. This so far is just a single proxy rack's going to be pumping out a Reaper. I mean, Fast Reaper, you can get a lot of worker kills here. I'm a little bit surprised, you know, how little... Oh my god, he even goes for an energy block. Oh my.
Yeah, he's making it look like the last game. Oh. This one doesn't see it too.
Doesn't see it. Doesn't see.
Like I said, if you just click on the other side of the map, the probe's pathing doesn't see that little part there. He knew.
Oh my god, and this engineering bay almost finished as well.
Yeah, that got really high up there.
Right, and here comes the Reaper.
Here it comes. And he's into the mineral line. Could get a nade there a little bit early there, trying to push away the Zealot. Gonna be able to get one probe. Oh. Is he gonna get another?
Oh.
He got another. Okay, the death
Can he say no?
should end here. Unfortunate, but... And then there's another one.
Yeah, it's interesting that another one was thrown down. You know what else is interesting? MacSed has his own proxy in the middle of the map.
Yup. Proxy Stargate. Just in the map. Right in the middle, too.
Yeah, this is concerning because eventually this Reaper will get cleaned out. Oh god, one more shot, one more.
Oh! The jukes, the movement, the micro.
Oh my god, does it give me a shade?
Out of the way.
Yeah, but it looks like it should get taken out. Maybe one more shot. Oh my god.
He should be in range. Yep, there you go.
Oh god, and here comes the proxy Void Ray.
Oh god, it's proxy Void.
You know what this means?
Oh boy.
This means shield batteries.
Yep. This isn't just a CC block.
Oh, the probe there.
Oh, the probe does get taken out, so this won't go anywhere. But here's the Void Ray, much earlier than expected, and Coffee knows something is off.
Yeah, Void Ray does just waltz right in, immediately takes out an SV. Hellions about to pop out, but mate, Hellions are going to do nothing to this Void Ray.
Nope, they can't shoot upwards. They can't point their flame guns to the skies.
Nope. Not at all.
The laser beam of death.
Yeah, and it's killing
works
everything.
on those SCVs. Yeah, it's killing a lot.
I think
It's killed 6 SCVs.
Look, I don't want to say it's over, but I think I think
it might be over.
I think it's just over. The Viking comes out and almost immediately dies, and this Void Ray is still going ham. Like, this is disastrous. She gets gold.
Single G and MacSed will take the advantage into this best of 5 going into game number 4. I can count. Wow.
Wow. GG. Well, MacSed takes.
It was 1-1. Right?
No, that was game 3. No, that was game 4.
Was that game 4 or was that game 3? That was game 4? Listen,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
TVPs go so long, I lose track of which game it is.
That was game 4. We were tied up, and then MacSed took the lead, and then that was it. Yeah, MacSed takes the series 3-1.
Okay. I noticed that the only times I lose track of where we are in the series is a TVP. And I don't know why. I think it's just the nature of TVP going so long that usually I just forget which game is which because it all blends together, you know?
GG, well played. MacSed does take the series, and he is our first player to qualify for the China DreamHack main event. I also apologize to the stream because I know the names were swapped in the middle of that game. It's a bug on the China server. Yaku was noticing it as well. I don't know if you've seen it, but yeah, every now and then the names just switch for some reason. I don't know why.
I don't pay attention enough to things.
Okay. Fair enough.
I see the little men running on the screen. That's all I see.
Fair enough. And yo, Firefly giving us an update. We also have another qualified player.
Yo.